If Governor Cuomo has his way, driving could be a little tougher for some of us. We're joined by WGY legal analyst Chaz Farcher of Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti. Good morning, Chaz.
Morning, Kelly. Long time.
Hey, Chaz.
So there are two separate issues here. The first one has to do with speeding tickets, and the governor is proposing doing away with this procedure of pleading down a speeding ticket to a non-moving violation. He wants to make it difficult to do that, and I think it's been in the news recently because of the accident on the Northway.
Well, it's because of a lot of reasons. I'm sure it's getting a lot of local press because of that. But, the real issue is this, the way the system works right now. You or I get a speeding ticket. We go to court. We deal with the local officer, the district attorney, the town attorney, whoever's prosecuting it. We seek some kind of plea deal. We get parking on the pavement, and it's a win-win for everyone currently. And what I mean by that is the driver gets to keep the points off their license, so they keep their insurance costs down. The town attorney or the police officer doesn't have to sit through a traffic ticket trial for every single ticket they write. And the real issue is here where the money goes.
Yep.
When you pay a fine on a non-moving violation, those fines stay with the locality, the town, the village, whoever it might be. If it's a moving violation under the vehicle and traffic law, those fines then go to the state comptroller. So what Governor Cuomo stated in his budget address there was that the state was losing $58 million a year through these loopholes, and the state's not really losing $58 million a year. The money's just going to a different place and not being one of those localities. So I think really what the purpose of the plan here is to keep that money that's going to localities to redirect that money to the state instead.
So absolutely, there is that money grab element of it, and there's also the points on the license that that the average driver would be worried about. You wouldn't be able to avoid those points. But what about I forgot. I actually lost
the backlog in the court.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Now.
Yeah. What about trying all these cases in court? Thank you. You saved me there. Can our courts handle that?
I think it's going to be a huge issue. I mean, you take a local court like the town of Colony. They handle on average 18,000 traffic tickets a year. If you or I can't get any type of plea reduction, I don't know what incentive there is or what attorney would advise their client not to just roll the dice at a traffic ticket trial. I mean, you have nothing to lose if you can't get any type of reduction anyway, aside from the extra time of sitting through it. And what you got to realize is that if you get a cop who writes you a speeding ticket for doing 56 and a 55, you're talking 3 points on your license, and if you can't reduce that, I mean, you could be talking about significant increases in insurance premiums and everything else. So, yeah, I think there's some potential to lock up the courts. I don't think judges will be happy about it. And, more importantly, I think towns, villages, localities, they rely on this money to pay salaries for their courts and other operations that they have going on.
Well, yeah, and it'll cost more of what they put these officers on overtime to bring them in to testify in court.
That's exactly right.
The other issue that Cuomo has proposed is if there is someone who owes more than $10,000 in back taxes, they can take your driver's license. Now, my question about this is that, first of all, there are a lot of people in the state who don't have a driver's license, so there's no real penalty for them. But what happens if it's in dispute? I mean, can they take your driver's license just while it's under audit or something?
No, the proposal would be this, and it's modeled after the same program in New York State that they used to enforce back due child support and issues like that. It would only be on taxes that are deemed final. And what that means is those are taxes that have gone through the appeals process, the review process. Right now, say you owe business taxes or something like that, there are a number of appeals and reviews you can go through. It's only after all of those have been exhausted and that number becomes final. If that number was in excess of $10,000, your license could potentially be at risk. And right now, the state has a number of ways that they can try and recoup those back taxes anyway, similar to past due child support. That includes a tax warrant, which is really placing a lien on your personal property, whether it be your home, your business, whatever it is. They can place levies on bank accounts payable, income that you have coming in. And now this would really just give the state another option, something that would affect people on a day-to-day basis and kind of force them to pony up the money.
So pay your taxes and don't speed.
Pretty much.
Exactly right. You got it, guys.
WGY legal analyst Chaz Farcher of Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti. Thanks, Chaz.
Have a great day, guys.